Welcome to NC Productions. I'm stoked you're here. In my studio, we go all out, remixing music files, editing videos, adding sick video clips, and recording music videos. From beats to visuals, we're talking all systems go. Great performers. Join me as we dive into the world of music production and video editing. Let's get this creative party started. Remixing music files, editing video, adding video clips, recording music video. All the program links are in the description below.
Well, how's everybody doing again today? We're trying to start off where I left off, if that makes any sense, with Midi files. First, I'll tell you a little bit about them. I started collecting files back in the 90s. I think I heard my first Midi song back in the 80s. There was a guy up in Appleton, Wisconsin. I went up to see through a friend, and he was making piano rolls with an old Color 2 computer. Back in the 80s, that's what we had, DOS. And he had MIDI files that he was sending from the computer to a machine that he built that punched holes in rolls of paper. And they would take those rolls and put them on a player piano, and it would play the piano. Anyway, so that's my first, and they weren't as great then. So let's see, let's switch video cameras here once. Hey, see if I can show you. MIDI is in MIDI or .kar. .kar is a karaoke file. That's the one that's got the words in it. Let's see if I can find one here that doesn't have the words in, so I can show you the difference. Here's a MIDI. Maybe this one don't. Yeah, see, now that one don't have the words in it. It's just a MIDI file. Is that picking up my keyboard? That sounds kind of funky. Go up here in settings. Casio, yeah, it's connected. Anyway, that just goes to show you what one looks like without it. And I guess where we're going to go now. Oh, I was going to tell you. Let's go back over here a minute. I was going to tell you that I looked online to see about who's selling MIDI files nowadays, and you find them. You can find them for 7 for $50, 10 for $50. You can find 5,000 for $20. Depends on where you're looking. eBay, or just type in MIDI files for sale. You'll find out the difference. Now you can't really sell the files because they're copywritten. What you can do is sell the service for finding the files. So any of the files that I have out of 100,000 files, I'll sell you the whole file for $50 plus the jump file to put it in. You know what I'm talking about, little bitty jump file here. It's about, I don't know, I need a 64 gigabyte to be able to load the file, because that's how big this thing is. And shipping, so I don't know, $80 might cover the whole thing. If anybody wants it, just hit me up down in the description and send me a little message, and to my email. I'll make sure you get my email in there. Send me a message to my email, and I'll get a hold of you, and we'll see if we can get you some of these. Anyway, MIDI files. The one we were looking at was Words by the Bee Gees, and I got to go in and change the key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click this thing and go to Open with the next program that I use. It's called Cakewalk. Let me go over here and get back to that screen so you can see what I'm opening. I hope this kind of comes through a little bit better. Cakewalk is free online, just like VanBasco. The link will be in the description down below. You taking your time opening up here? Why are things slow? Anyway, give it a minute. Cakewalk is online. They got a program called Sonar, which they're trying to sell. Here's the advertisement for it. I'm not going to buy it. I don't need it. Anyway, here's what this looks like. It's all the different instruments and the different sounds that each one makes. And if I play it, one thing nice about this is you can mute each instrument, but I'm sure you'd have it a different way. Let me show you that a different way. Let's open up the console. Here's the console. Each one of these is just like your normal studio recording board. All the volumes here. You can single out an instrument. Now if I want to single out just that piano, I'll hit single it out. That's the only thing playing right now. You can change the volume on it. There's the guitar. You can single that out. You pan it right or left. Tell you a little bit about mixing. I heard from Paul McCartney that if you envision, an orchestra in front of you and place all the instruments, the drums are usually in the back, and the strings are usually on one side or the other, the horns are on the other side, and piano is usually up front on the right or left side of the stage. So when you're looking at stuff, if you want like the bass, where are we? Let's find bass. French horn, electric bass. That's this guy here. I like to put the bass on the left side. In fact, I'm going to bring this down so we get them playing right away. Better yet, what I'm going to do is I know I got to change the key on this thing. So what I'm going to do is I know this down here is the drums. So I'm going to single that guy out. Hang on a second, I got to drop my microphone. And let's hit A, and then take the drums back out. And the drums are out of there. All the other instruments are in up here. We're going to look at process, go to transpose, and I need to go up 3. So here we go, 1, 2, 3. That be it. Now when we click this thing out, it should be saved. See? Automatically change the key. Now I'm going to go back down and find that bass again. And single it out. Bass, bass, bass. Where are you? Electric bass. That's this guy. Go back here, and he starts playing right about here. So that's the bass. I like to put my basses on the left side. There's on the right side. There's the left side. Everybody playing again. So, what you want to do is you want to download Cakewalk. It's free. And get yourself some Midi files. Plug in your computer and plug your keyboard into your computer and start playing around with it. Changing instruments. Let me show you something here. Let's go back to that bass. That's electric bass. If I want to change that to a finger bass, hear the difference. Maybe I don't want a finger bass. Maybe I want a fretless bass. Maybe I don't want either one. Maybe I want an organ. That's a rock organ. Synth bass. Go back to that electric bass. Yeah, electric bass with a pick. Strings. Strings. And like I say, it takes time to learn this stuff. I didn't learn it overnight, I can tell you that. Move this up so we can get to the strings faster. What I did is I switched this over to synth strings. See what it sounds like. You can do the same thing with the drum. Different drum sets. You can hear the difference. Strings are a little loud. Just turn them down a little bit. Change the different pianos too. That's a bright acoustic. Here's a honky tonk. Here's acoustic grand piano. Here's the Rhodes. Everybody knows what a Rhodes sounds like, at least from back in the day. Just for kicks, I'm going to change this over to an organ. How about a Hammond? To a bright piano, the original song. Anyway, that gives you an idea how this thing works. Do I want to save the changes? Yes. Do I want to go back to the MIDI file itself and see what it sounds like? Here we are. After the other program completely closes, it didn't close. Now let's see. Here we are. Smile, an everlasting smile. A smile can bring you near to me. Don't ever let me find you down, 'cause that would bring a tear to me. Alright, you guys, I don't know what happened there. I feel like I lost something in my sound, in my microphone. I don't know, I'll mess around with it. When I finally record it, and get it up on YouTube, it'll have all the other bells and whistles on it. The next thing I want to talk about is OSP. OSP is what I use I'll bring it up just to show it something. You can go, it'll be down in the description. You can go take a look, see? This is what I use to mix everything after I get all the videos in. No, that's not the next program I'm going to look at. I'm going to look at, I paid for it. This OSP is OBS. Why do I say OSP? That's wood. OBS. I'm going to close. Why are you being difficult? I ended up with two of them open. Anyway. Come on. Why are you being stubborn? I think it closed. Next program I'm going to look at is VideoPad. VideoPad is a program that I use to collect all the video files, video clips, and mix them. I'll show you how I make a file and end up with video clips after I'm done with this. So, what do you say? I guess we'll see it on the next one. Have a good one.